This is episode one of the Legacy Standard, and we have Makana Meyer here. So go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Makana Meyer. I'm from Waipalu, and I go to school at UH. I play football and I study kinesiology.
So fun fact about me and Kana. So my coaching career, like privately in the private sector, actually started with this guy when he was like, dude, how old were you? Like you were in
Like when I
fourth grade? Yeah,
started?
when you started.
Oh, yeah, something like 10 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Okay, so being like a Division One athlete, right? Can you walk them through what a daily schedule would look like for you?
Yeah, so like for our schedule, we're in season, so 6 days a week we're on. So Monday through Fridays practice and Saturdays are games. And Sundays is our off day. We don't have anything mandatory, but we do have like a Sunday flush where we just get out and get our body moving to help it recover and things like that. So I would say for the most part on like the Tuesday, Wednesday is our big practice days. So those days start at 6 o'clock in the morning. And so for me, I live at home. I live in Waipahu. So I have to wake up about 4:30 or sorry, I wake up about 4 and I leave the house at 4:30 to get to the school at 5. And then when I get to the school, we have to weigh in and then we have to tape and it's be ready for practice because we have meetings. So we don't want to take time after meetings to get ready for practice. We just get ready. So then after the meetings are done, practice will start about 7:30, 7 o'clock around those times. It fluctuates, but that's around the time. Practice goes about 2 hours, I would say, and some days you have a lift after. So for the mornings, it's 6 to about 10. So after that, you have to shower, you have to eat your food, get some treatment, cold tub, things like that, get your body ready, and then from there, most people, since we're morning practice, there's a lot of 10:30 classes, so it's like once you're done with practice, you gotta go, you gotta shower, you gotta eat, you gotta get ready, go to school or go to class. And so from right after practice is this class till 4 o'clock where we have meetings, and between that time also like you have to fit in eating lunch, getting extra treatment if you need it, and as well as like going up in the offices and getting some extra film yourself. So that would be about a normal schedule.
That's rough. that's that's a long schedule, but I mean, I do think that's why I kind of wanted to start like this like platform a little bit, just like kind of give you guys an opportunity to tell the younger guys like what it's really going to be like. So, for hopefully the younger guys are watching this and listening in, like this is important to understand. Like you guys are not gonna be able to get away with a lot of the stuff that you guys are getting away with now. You guys want to go to a higher level, whether it's D1, D2, D3, JUCO, it doesn't matter. It's the schedules are grueling no matter what. So knowing that you have a lot on your plate, right? So, you're going to school, you're handling your treatment, you're handling your practices, you're handling your film studies, your guys lifting, right? Your guys meetings, your homework, right? Your exams, and on top of that, all that in between, you got to be able to balance your family time, and obviously you got to be able to balance your girlfriend time with
Yeah,
Riley, right?
yeah.
So it's one of those things now. All those things it can create a lot of pressure, right? So what is the hardest thing that you've had to face or endure, like in past or currently?
Um, I would say like, well, last year I tore my ACL, so I think that was probably one of the hardest times for me, especially like being completely removed from football and like not being a part of the team. So that was rough, but I would say that was the rough or hardest part.
Okay, and what did you do to kind of help yourself get out of that rut?
Well, I think help was just, being with the team and not isolating myself. I know a lot of my teammates, they were really helpful and really supportive. Like other people that went through the ACL, they're like, hey, I'm here for you. Don't isolate yourself. So like I think the team and like the relationships that we built helped a lot. And of course, like you talk about managing time. My girlfriend helped a lot. She did a lot for me. She helped me get through it, as well as like my family, and then also like going to church and God.
Nice. So going off of you enduring adversity, right? What would be like your personal favorite piece of advice that you would want to share to the younger generation that's watching?
Yeah, so something I would say to like anyone watching, with their aspirations to the future, like going to college, going to professional football, or just any aspirations they have, like really is like you have to give to get. You know, there's a lot of sacrifices involved with getting what you want. It's not easy. Like you can't just walk into a college and just like, oh, I'm gonna play. You have to like apply yourself to the sport, to your high school team, to your youth team, whatever it is. Like it's not just easy. It doesn't just come by showing up. You have to do more.
So your first question is how did you stay motivated while being under recruited
During my senior year.
during your senior year of high school? During your senior year of high school, yeah.
Yeah. So I like the question. So for context, first I would like to like say like my senior year was that first year out of COVID. So that 2021-2022 season. And like it was hard, like, because big on recruiting is that junior year. I don't think a lot of coaches try to look at the seniors and they're whatever. They're trying to look at juniors and see how they develop. That's usually when you get your offers. So I think what motivated me was just like the opportunity at first is like this is my chance. This is my final chance. I get to show what I can do, things like that. And then I think another thing is just like God. So like a big thing like my family talked about a lot was just like everything happens for a reason. So I believed what where I would be or what needed to happen would happen. So I just had to keep on working for it. And I think that's what helped me.
Nice. Good answer. So your next question. Have you had to make a lot of sacrifices to be where you are today?
Yeah, for sure. Like I was saying earlier with like my advice portion where I'm saying like you have to give to get. So for me, I sacrificed like my time. So talking about time, like Fastletics, my family helped me to learn about like giving sacrifice. So like an example is going Fastletics. It's a Sunday camp. People go to church, people are just sleeping in. We're coming, well, when I was younger, coming in 8 o'clock and training. And I think something funny, Coach Tony would always say is like, you know, you guys are here working, you guys don't have to be here. You guys could be like eating pancakes, right? So that's something time that we sacrificed, or we sacrificed, or me sacrificed, you sacrificed, the coach sacrificed, other kids. I think another thing is just like putting extra time in. So, you can easily just go, oh, my practice is from 4 to 6. Well, I put in work. What are you doing during all those other hours? So I think one thing during high school was we finished school like 3 o'clock maybe, and then we had practice 4:30. So me and my friends, we would sacrifice some of our time. We would go to the gym. It wasn't mandatory. COVID was around, so we had to go to the UFC. So that was like one thing. Spending nights like after practice, another hour, another 2 hours doing extra drills after practice is done. Um, Sundays doing extra drills on Sundays, things like that.
Okay, so for your next question, do you have a faith and how big of a role does it play in your life?
Yeah, so first, I do have a faith, I believe in God. And I think the role that my faith has is just like it helps me to know that I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be. Like I talked about earlier, that like I believe that God has a plan for me, so it helps me not to stress, I guess. So just know that everything's under His plan, and then what needs to be done will be done. But I also have to put in the work and give the faith and continue being faithful, and everything will work out.
It's a good answer. I like that. Cool. This last question is kind of a goofy one.
Is it a doozy?
So, Oklahoma drills. Calais versus Cunna. Who comes out on top?
Calais oh man. Calais. What are you talking about, man?
Wow, you're just gonna throw in the towel just like that?
Talking about my brother Khalil,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
Man, he's thirsty me.
Not even a chance. Not even a fighting
Well,
chance.
okay, wait. Who has the ball?
Ooh, who do you want to have the ball?
No, you tell me who has the ball.
You have the ball.
Ah, I might have a chance.
But if he has the ball,
I might get him down. Yeah.
oh wow, what a humble answer, dude. I figured you were gonna stand 10 toes down on this thing and just say you were gonna come out on top. No.
No.
Okay.
Gimangus, man.
What?
He's gimangus.
That all that being said is really quick, simple, easy, to the point. Don't want to take up too much of your time, but um, is there anything, any last words, any last comments, like anything you want to like share with our audience before you head out?
Yeah. So, like, first of all, thank you for having me. Like, I appreciate you and your family and the whole Fastletics. You know, they helped me a lot during my journey, and I would love to just keep on giving back. You know, so I think anything lastly for me to say is just keep working and listen to like your coaches and listen to the people who are helping you. You know, they're here to help you. If they weren't here to help you, what else would they be doing? You know, and there's just a lot of knowledge out there that they're giving, and so just take in everything that you can, and good luck.
All right, so that basically wraps up our very first episode, and um, it's another full circle moment, especially like for me to be able to do this where like my whole career started with Kana. So, I'm really grateful and appreciative that he's still a very huge part of my life and a huge part of like Fastletics' family. So, we're always rooting for this kid, and he's a great example of who we are as a business and who we are as a family and who we are as people. He is one of the most prime examples of what we want to try and build and harvest with our kids. So I definitely look forward to bringing a lot more athletes, coaches, business owners that have been connected or have come through our system before. There's going to be a lot of other people that we're going to bring in to do this thing with, and just again, this whole thing is just to help the younger generation, the guys that are coming to us currently right now, and the kids that are coming up soon. It's these guys that we're going to be talking to and interviewing, they were in your guys' position before. And it's like the whole point of full circle, giving them a platform so that they can continue sharing their journey. Because even though they might hang up the cleats and the shoes, it never truly stops. There's always ways to give back. So, yep, other than that, episode 1.